Hey guys, what's up? It's me, the Otaku Fangirl, here to review the 4th episode of Netoge, or And You Thought There Was Never a Girl Online. So, that episode was very, funny at points. Yeah, so this episode, it started off, very, I don't want to say boring, it was just kind of slow, it felt like in the beginning. And, well, a girl comes in later, who's a new player. I think I know who she is, but before we get to that, it was funny because there was this moment where I'm just gonna mention the funny moments of the episode because I don't know. Anyway, so the funny moments of this episode was when Rushian was like talking to his friends in class, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm so jealous of you, and I wish you'd die and stuff." I'm like, "Ha." And then Akko was outside the room having her yandere tendency moments, and I'm just like, man, she's like not really a yandere, but she also is. It was really weird. It's really weird how that works. But there was also a point where Schwein, the blonde-haired girl, what's her name? Akane, I think. I don't know. Anyway, she was in the club with them. They're gonna start playing their game, and her friend Nanako shows up, and she's like, "What is this?" And then the purple-haired girl was like, "Oh, this is the game club or whatever." And she's like, no, it's not. I'm just part of this to keep people like you out of this twisted world. Get out of here!" Yeah, she didn't want her friends to know that she plays online games. So yeah, but there was the most interesting part of this episode was towards after the first half happened, but the second half, yeah, well, basically, Rushian and Nako were waiting for the other two to log in, but it seemed like they weren't going to, so they're like, you know what, let's go have fun. So they, jump off this, airship, swim in the sea, basically a date, and it was really nice, I thought. I was like, oh, this is nice, an in-game date. And they, get swallowed by a whale, and it, shoots them out of its, whatever that thing's called, and it was just fun. Then they're walking together, and then they're like, oh, she's like, this is a date, right? She actually mentioned it was a honeymoon. It's like, at least call it a date. And then she was like, oh, so it is a date. It's like, oh, well, yeah. So after that, they came across an inn, and this is where it got real funny. So they come across this inn, right? And if you go in this inn, you don't get any stats from it or anything. So they see these two people, and they're like, don't spy on people. And they're sitting across from each other on the bed, these two people, these two players. And she's like, what could they be doing? And he's like, well, and then she's like, oh, I know. So when you're in an inn and you're with someone, you can do erotic chats, right? Basically is what she was alluding to. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she's like, Rushi, we can do that too, right? And just hilarious. Of course he said no, and I was just like, thank God, because I didn't think, it was that type of series, so it's not. But it was really funny. And then they run into Nekohime-san, and she's with some old guild members, and I don't know what that scene was about. That scene was a little weird, but there was a dude named Cloud, and what the heck? Okay. So, Final Fantasy, it felt like a Final Fantasy reference to me. I don't know, but anyway. So the basics of this episode towards the end was there was a new girl player that Rushian and Akko met, and he saved her, and she's very new. She doesn't even know how to chat. She's like, Rushian, oh, shiete. And it's like, yeah, she's very new. And Rushian obviously helps her and Akko she wasn't happy about it, obviously. And so, at the end of this episode, that girl shows up again as the other four are ready to go out and grind. And she shows up again, hugs Rushian's arm, and she's incredibly happy. I think this girl is Schwein's friend, Nanako. That's my guess, that's who that is. Why she's doing all this stuff? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know why she's doing this, why she decided to play the game and disguise herself and not tell anybody who she is. So we don't know why that is yet. And obviously Akko is very jealous of her, so rival. Yay. Oh boy. Yeah, so that episode was, it was okay in the beginning. It was kind of bland, a little boring, kinda, it was okay. But then towards the end, it got pretty good. So yeah, very enjoyable episode. There was some great funny moments, and Akko's still a low-key yandere. She is. So yeah, see in my review for Kotetsujo no Cabinetti or Cabinetti of the Iron Fortress. I believe that comes out today. So I'll see you guys then. Okay? Bye!